Cannot look the other way. Transport Minister on hateful symbols at trucker protests.
Here's a summary of the article.
Transport Minister Omar Al-Ghabra says hateful images at the trucker convoy's rally against vaccine mandates and COVID-19 restrictions can't be ignored as Canadians reflect on the weekend that has brought thousands of protesters to Ottawa's capital. In an interview on CTV's Question Period airing Sunday, Al-Ghabra insisted that while not all those at the rally expressed hateful or racist views, those who did, carrying the Confederate flag or holding signs with swastikas drawn on them, for example, must be condemned. Some of the images and the voices that we heard come out of that protest were alarming. Canadians saw for themselves. We had swastika flags, we had the Confederate flag, we had voices that called for the overthrow of the government. Canadians saw for themselves that some voices are really disturbing and unacceptable, he said. The rally has largely remained nonviolent, and police have said they have not made any arrests but plan to keep a heavy presence Sunday. Al-Ghabra said he was shocked to see some Conservative MPs flirt with more extreme sentiments of the convoy and specifically called out Edmonton-based MP Michael Cooper for conducting a media interview at the rally on Saturday while a swastika flew behind him in the distance. For rallies across the country for years, this has been an issue. When you get to rallies of this size, you're going to end up attracting people that don't espouse to your view. But there's no correlation between the organizers of the rally or bad apples, so to speak, what politicians were saying, and what the Conservative Party of Canada's view is in terms of lockdowns or COVID policies, she said. Al-Ghabra said that while the role of his government is to listen to all perspectives, the trucker vaccine mandate is done to protect the health and safety of Canadians, the economy, truckers, and all those workers who work in our supply chains.
This post received a score of 8,900, with an upvote ratio of 88%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
In light of recent events, we have decided to legalize self-driving trucks.
They toko you do.
Day dug da 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 da.
It's flicking weird that there are Canadians who rock the Confederate flag.
American culture, news, and media are such huge parts of what we Canadians consume. A lot of us are more well-versed in American politics than Canadian. Is it stupid to wave pro-Trump flags in Canada? Absolutely. But it's not surprising that the morons are doing it.
Time for a Canadian renaissance.
They aren't just in the crowd, they're on stage.
Instead of the speaker and crowd emphatically booing and disowning that guy, they're just like, well, okay then. It might be just a few people at these protests that are openly white supremacists, carrying Nazi, Trump, or Confederate flags, but this shows that the larger crowd support or are at least okay with those people.
Some years ago, someone climbed up on stage at a Dropkick Murphys concert and started Sieg Heiling. The bassist whacked him across the head with his guitar and physically threw him off stage, announcing that Nazis are not fucking welcome. That's the standard, and it's one that was woefully short of being met on that stage.
I would like to see that edit. Found it. Around 1:30.
Here in Canada, I think almost every school teaches its children about Terry Fox. As a country, we love this man and what he did. Annual Terry Fox runs held by students across the country are always celebrating what he did and what a true Canadian he really was. To drape a Trump flag over the shoulders of the Terry Fox statue yesterday is really disgusting. Partnered with jumping and cheering on the tomb of the unknown soldier, supporters of this convoy should be ashamed of themselves. Pure filth.
And let's not skip past the fact that he was an immunocompromised kid who ran across the country to raise funds for medical research. Not exactly a guy I'd expect to join this group, no matter how they dressed him up. Regardless of the issue you are supporting, if the Nazi flag makes an appearance, you're on the wrong side.
I remember seeing pictures from some protest where the people carrying Nazi logos were actually trying to imply that their opponents were being Nazis. Not a smart thing to do either way, of course.
Yes, basically the same thing. IIRC Hitler was just trying to vaccinate everyone and get them to wear masks.
Nothing says self-victimization like comparing yourself to a Holocaust victim despite having the freedom to publicly disagree and protest. Something they would have been killed for doing. But yes.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.